On social media, a lot's happening right now on Twitter. How do you guys evaluate athletes using Twitter especially?
Well, I think one of the things, a lot of the young athletes, the first thing they got to be careful of is anything they put on Twitter, everybody in the world reads, everybody judges, and everybody attributes to them. So you got to be really cautious about what you put out there and what you say. Even if you might think it's funny, other people might not. And so you have to be really smart about putting it out there, because it's your brand that you're putting out there. Anything you tweet, you're saying, this is my brand, this is what I believe in, this is what I put out. And you got to be really smart about putting the right things out and making good decisions on how you brand yourself and what you put out there.
As you're building your program, you look at the talent. That's kind of obvious a little bit, but as much as anything, we're looking for is our character too. And to make characters what you do and what you say when nobody's looking, the core of who you are, that's what really wins in the end. So, it's not a time you can put on it, but if you keep talking to people, after a period of time, who you are really comes out, the character in you really comes out.
The big thing now, how do you guys evaluate using Twitter, Coach?
Twitter, it's very, very critical because anyone that we're interested in, we're certainly going to go and investigate them first and foremost for what they're putting out there on social media. We want to know what they're retweeting, what they're liking. Those things show up in our feed. It shows up in my feed. And to tell you the truth, probably about 60 to 70% is stuff that I don't want to see. It's stuff that I wouldn't want my son and daughter to be putting out on social media, and I really take it into consideration. I don't make a real snap judgment off of it. If I feel it's a critical issue and they need to do something about it, I'm going to educate them first and tell them how important it is and how many people get to see exactly what they're putting out on social media. And I try to educate them about putting the right things out, doing the things that's going to make them successful and give the impressions off to a high school coach or a college coach or even maybe a job opportunity, how much it can really, really play a part in whether getting that job, getting that scholarship, or even having a conversation with myself about recruiting. So I first want to educate them and make sure they understand, because a lot of times these guys are not being educated on what to do on the social media aspect.
Well, I think social media can be, an asset or a liability. The first thing you got to know is how to use social media. Social media is the only reference, only resume that you have in a lot of cases as a prospect. So you got to make sure that the material that you post, what you tweet, like, retweet, who you follow, what you follow, is something that's going to be pleasing in the eyes of the people that are evaluating your character. Because with such a small amount of time, we're using things like that as college coaches to see if this guy is worthy of being someone that we want to put into our locker room. And using it to put your huddle out there, using it to put who you are out there. And I tell guys all the time, even put your transcript out there if it's something that you're proud of. Once you get a test score, put that out there, because those are things that we need to know. And with the restriction of days that we can get out as college coaches, those are the type of things right now that help us to decide who we're going to see on the days that we have opportunities to get out.
Well, first of all, one of the biggest components that we look at when we're recruiting is character. And it's hard to judge character sometimes, but you've got to find out from the high school coach, the guidance counselor, the teachers, what kind of character that young man has. Because if you're investing $250,000 scholarship in a young man, you want to know what you're getting. So character is very important. We put everything out on social media, and that's how we built this program. But character is first and foremost when we're trying to sign a young man.
We follow a lot of guys' Twitter. We want to know what we're getting. We want to know if guys are coachable. A lot of times you can get all that stuff from what they're saying on Twitter. So that's pretty important.
Yeah, when recruiting players, the number one thing we look for is character in a young man. That's what sets him apart from everybody else. There's great players out there. They're all over the country, but those that are the elite are the ones that demonstrate the character both on and off the field.